my god, I cannot believe how much product I used to use. This feels so gross. Hey guys, hope you're all doing well. So I had an interesting idea for my wash today. Obviously my hair's up in a bun, needs to be washed, but I thought, wouldn't it be fun if I revisited my high school hair routine? So as many of you know, I wore my hair curly in high school, but I wasn't following the curly girl method. So back in high school, I was using 2 mousses, no gel, if you can believe that. So I was using Pantene Curls Mousse, which is curly girl approved, so go me. And then I was also using Suave Captivating Curls Mousse. So this stuff was my jam. It's full of silicones, so that's probably why I loved it so much, but I used it starting in like 5th grade and then all throughout high school. So obviously was not using Curly Girl Method products, and my styling routine was super different. If you guys have been following me for a while, you know I like to style upside down. If you're curious about what that looks like, I have a styling routine video on my channel. I'll link it up in the cards above. But back in high school, I used to style upright, raking. So obviously that's going to give me a very different result. So I'm going to show you guys how I apply these products and what the final outcome is. And just so you guys have something to compare to, especially if you're new here and you don't know what my hair looks like on a regular basis, here is our before picture and we're going to compare it to the after. So let's hop right into it. Alrighty guys, let's get started. So I tried to shampoo and condition with products that would be similar to what I used in high school, but honestly we don't have much that's similar. So I used a shampoo that has silicones in it, and then we didn't have a conditioner that had silicones in it, so I just used my regular. So typically what I would do is get out of the shower with my hair in a bun and then put a towel around my neck. So then I would take my hair down and then I would use a spray bottle to just get my hair wet. So then I would take a brush. This is not a wet brush, it's just a regular brush, and I would create my part. This feels so weird to do now. My part actually wasn't as deep as this in high school, but this is kind of like the way it naturally falls. We're just gonna keep it like this. And I would especially brush this section because it was really wonky. In reality, it was wonky because I kept brushing it, and it actually took a while for this section of my hair to heal. When I first started following the curly girl method, it always dried really oddly, and it was super coarse, but it was because I would brush it incessantly. Okay, so the first mousse I'm gonna start with is the Pantene. Okay, just gonna rake this in. Already this just feels really off to me because I like to style my hair absolutely soaking wet, like in the shower. Even though I haven't been out of the shower for that long, it just does not feel wet enough to me. I'm actually gonna add a little more water because I think I did used to get my hair pretty wet. Onto the Soif Mousse. Like I said, this stuff is full of silicone, so I'm like a little nervous to use it, but I'm due for a sulfate clarifying, so I figured that this was good to do anyway. I use a sulfate once a month just to make sure that any buildup is gone from my hair and to remove any hard water buildup because my house does have a little bit of hard water. So I figure if I'm using this right before, it's gonna come out tomorrow. So this stuff is like whipped cream. It comes out, I don't know if you guys can see, it already has kind of deflated. It has a super like whipped texture. It's very thick. Oh my god. Yeah, those are silicones. So I used to use a ton. More for the other side. My hands are so slippery. That's the good thing about being in the shower. When you style, you can rinse off your hands. There was no rinsing. Oh my god, I cannot believe how much product I used to use. This feels so gross. I feel like I use a lot of product now. No, in high school, I used way more. And you can see like how white it is and it's not really going in. There were times when I would go into school and there were like still white patches of mousse on my hair because that's how much I used. My hair feels very coated, and honestly I'm afraid to use anymore. So as you can see, my hair is very flat to my head, and that's how I used to like it. We're just gonna leave it as it is. Alright, so let's just get a shot of the back of the head. I don't know if I'm in frame. I think I am. It's a very wet, very flat. All right, it's 11:10 on this lovely Saturday, so I'm going to check in throughout the day to show you guys how my hair is drying. Spoiler alert, it's gonna take freaking forever to dry because I have so much product in my hair, and this is like as much drying as I did. All air drying. I'm not even gonna scrunch any liquid out. There were times when I went to school in high school with my hair still dripping wet, like water dripping from it. So I don't think this is as wet as like dripping, but like already my towel is a little bit soaked, so I might have to swap that out for something else. But yeah, so I'm gonna check in throughout the day to show you guys how this is drying, and we'll see how this comes out. Okay guys, so it's been like 2 hours and my hair still looks the same because it's soaking wet. It's definitely started to get a little bit of a cast on the bottom, but the top is still super wet. This is gonna take a long time to dry. I'll check in a few hours. Hey guys, checking in again. So it's only an hour later, but I think that when I was in high school, I used to like flip my hair over as it started to dry a little bit. So I'm just gonna do that. I took the towel off, so gonna flip over so I can kind of like loosen this a little bit. Okay, that like kind of hurt. My hair is so stuck to my head. Maybe I should have done that earlier. Gonna keep drying. Alrighty guys, so my hair is fully dry and it looks super duper flat. I mean, if I was to say something positive about it, it's longer than usual, definitely, but I am definitely a volume person, so standing upright and raking downwards is not how I like to wear my hair, especially because it is just so straight on top. So when I was in high school, I don't think I scrunched out the crunch, but I would kind of like run my hands down my hair, but that's not very like efficient, and the Soif Mousse like gets all over my hand, so I'm just gonna try to scrunch it out. Alright, so this is it all scrunched out. I honestly think I got better results in high school, and I don't know if it's just because my hair was wetter, but I used to get a lot better clumpage, and it wouldn't have been like this, just messy. And so some of you might be thinking like, oh, well, it looks really good, like it's a less curly look, it's definitely more wavy. But the problem with this is that my hair is not meant to be this straight. So the second I step into any humidity, I'm gonna get a bunch of frizz right here because all of these curls are stretched out and not in their natural position. When I try to style my hair now, I want every curl to be as curly as possible because that is how my hair is supposed to be. So if I go into humidity with my normal styling routine, my hair just springs up a little more. It's not gonna give me frizz or any weirdness like I'm gonna get with this style. So another thing that I want to drive home is the importance of styling. If you're someone watching this video and you think, I wish I had more volume on top, I wish I curled from the root, but you're styling exactly the same way that I did in this video, consider switching it up. For the longest time, I did not realize that there was any other way to style than right side up raking, but once I started styling upside down and trying to get more volume, it made a huge difference for how my hair looked. And I also found that my styles lasted longer because all of my curls were actually curling rather than being this weird half straight, half curly thing that I have going on. So really try to experiment with different ways to apply products because it can make a huge difference. I just took a look at the back of my head and I really cannot believe how it looks back there. Hey guys, it is just so straight. Like when I'm telling you that I had to recover from styling my hair like this, I really do mean it. When I first started following the curly girl method and, you know, doing different styling techniques, this part of my hair curled so weird for the longest time because I really was trying to force it to curl a different way than it naturally does. So, I mean, in general, my hair just does not feel good. I thought that I would use silicones and automatically feel like, oh my gosh, I missed the way, or I had missed the way that this felt, but like, it really doesn't feel good. It feels gunky, it feels like producty, it doesn't feel as soft as I expected it to, and it doesn't feel as soft as my hair usually feels without silicones, so that's like very surprising to me. So I think what I'm gonna do is try to put like a headband on it and spruce this up because, I mean, I don't want to waste this wash day and I don't want to just throw it up in a bun, especially because it took so freaking long to dry. Alrighty, so this is where I've netted out with my hair. I just took one of my buffs that I have that has a pretty cool pattern, scrunched it up, wearing it as a headband. Just tried to fluff up my hair as much as possible. And the grossest thing about all of this is that after like fluffing my hair and touching it a bit, I actually had to go wash my hands because there was so much like stickiness and buildup on there. And if that's what's on my hands just from touching my hair, imagine how much is actually on my hair. So that's gross. So definitely excited to wash tomorrow to get all of this silicone and buildup off my hair and have a fresh, clean slate and go back to my normal styling routine. So if you like this video, feel free to give it a thumbs up. And if you like this challenge, I would love to see if any of you do your high school routine today. So feel free to tag me on Instagram at BritCurls, or you can use the hashtag BritCurlsMyHair so I can see and follow along. If you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe. And until next time, I'll see you guys soon.